Right, 918 spring is here, by the way, and you may be trying to get some spring cleaning done. There's a new platform making waves here locally that could help you get some of that done. It's called Sweep, and joining us now is the owner, Chris Randall. All right, Chris, this is such an interesting concept, something I have not heard of before, but I've heard it be compared to like Uber or maybe like your Instacart grocery app, but for cleaning services, right? Can you explain what's going on here?
Yeah, so Sweep, we're kind of like your modern residential, we do some commercial work, but we do cleaning services. So essentially what you can do is you can get on the Sweep app and we just make it super easy and transparent to create custom orders. So you get on there, you say, hey, I want my kitchen, my living room, my bathroom cleaned. It tallies up a price for you right on the app, schedule it there, place the order, and then one of our cleaners will accept the job on their end of the app and come service you.
Interesting. Wow. So I'm curious, is it like these are your cleaners or are they like different cleaning services that are contracted through you guys? Like how does that part work?
Yeah, so they are all contracted cleaners. So we background check them, interview them, make sure that they're safe to work with, because coming into your house, trust is a very important thing, obviously.
Yeah.
So we make sure that we vet them very thoroughly, but they're all contracted. They do their own work a lot of times and utilize Sweep to help fill their schedules.
I think it's super interesting. This is a concept I necessarily haven't heard of before. I mean, other than in different spaces, with the Ubers, the Instacarts of the world. But how did you come up with this idea?
Yeah. It was just a long road trip to work one day, listening to some business podcasts and talked about some needs in what makes successful businesses. One thing that really kind of caught my attention was businesses that are up to date with time technologically wise, which I thought about Uber was kind of like my thought process. And then things people hate doing themselves. And my thought was laundry initially. And I kind of just had like a light bulb moment, like cleaning, Uber, and literally went home and just dove in researching. I was like, is this something that there is in the area? And I couldn't find anything on it. So after about 3 months of, talking it over with friends and family, and decided to call up an app developer and get it developed in 2019.
Wow.
Launched it in 2020, about 2 weeks before COVID.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible timing for that, by the way.
But yeah.
Not ideal.
Could only imagine. Yeah. I guess that's my next question is you developed that in 2020. How'd you push through? How'd you come out on the other side of that?
Yeah, absolutely. So initially it was kind of like, shoot, I can't go into people's houses. But what happened was it got us into the commercial side of things. So it really helped kind of balance our portfolio out, working with property management companies and apartment complexes, getting like those move-outs. So that's pretty much what we did the first year, was just move-outs.
Okay, so I mean, I guess you have to bridge the gap somehow.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting to hear about all of this, especially considering how you're going into people's houses. How does this work with like apartments too?
Same exact concept. So you live in an apartment, you say, hey, I want my living room cleaned, I want my bedroom cleaned, my bathroom. You can also select all kinds of add-on services. You can make it a deep clean. You can say, hey, I want the inside of my fridge cleaned, my inside of my oven, sliding glass door. So really there's no way that you can't customize it. And for me, like one of the reasons for that, when I think about like cleaning services, when I was a kid growing up, that was nothing that I ever had was cleaning services.
Right.
I was a pretty mid-class kid. It wasn't something that
you were the one who was doing the chores list down your house, I'm guessing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's never something that I thought was accessible. For me, this is accessible to really anyone who needs it, because they can customize it, because they see the pricing. A lot of people don't understand how the industry even works, and they see, hey, we'll quote your space, and they don't know what that means, and they don't even bother calling. Like, I don't want someone to come in and waste my time quoting my space. And so essentially I created this formula for pre-pricing different rooms and services to be able to provide that transparency, so people see, hey, I can afford this. I can build this order. I don't have to do my whole house necessarily if it's something I can't afford. I can do the main areas that I need.
I think it's super interesting because, you can just pick and choose which rooms that you want. You don't have to have the full thing cleaned.
Yeah, the thing I'm really interested with this too, that I'm really curious to hear how this works. With customizing everything, do you put in like room dimensions? How do you say, yeah, I just need this to be organized versus there's stuff everywhere. This is the room that we throw all of everything in. How do you kind of go through all of those different types of rooms? No one room is the same, I'm sure.
Yeah, so essentially like the way that I essentially kind of learned the industry was when I started this, I did a lot of the cleaning myself. I was pretty much the guy that was coming in and doing your sweep cleaning. And what I realized was room sizes didn't really matter as much as the fixtures in the room. So a kitchen, for example. A lot of kitchens, people say, oh, they've got a way bigger kitchen than this kitchen, so how is this the same price? What I found when I was doing the cleaning was it didn't really matter. I've done some small kitchens that took way more time than some large kitchens. The size wasn't really the issue. It was always the fixtures themselves.
Yeah.
They all have an oven, they all have a fridge, they all have counter space and sink. So it was just more so those fixtures are kind of what helped make up the pricing on the items versus the sizing of the rooms.
Interesting. So you're more so comparing, the appliances in there versus the size, which is pretty interesting. I'm sure that gives like an easy baseline for you to be able to base the pricing off on your app.
Absolutely.
I'm curious about just the app development. How could you just call up an app developer and say, I have a concept, we need to do this? I mean, is it as simple as that, or what's that process like?
That's a whole rabbit hole, but
yeah, we've got time.
But I will say, for me personally, I found an app developer through Upwork, kind of a contractor, like matchmaker, I guess you'd call it. But what I did was I hired an app developer. His name was Paul. He was out of Los Angeles at the time. He helped kind of build the backbone of Sweep. What ended up happening as I evolved is I ended up hiring a company called Compose out of Muskegon. So working with someone local in the app space now, and it's a very difficult space because it's expensive. App development's very expensive, and it takes a long time. So navigating changes and things like that, I've learned has been kind of a pain, but it's also very rewarding because when you see the final product and see what you're able to do and systems you're able to create and time you're able to save as a business owner by implementing things like that, it's definitely worth it to invest in the technology.
I want to get back to your story because you're talking about, starting this app in 2020. At one point you say that you were the sole guy just going in there and cleaning some of the houses at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
How do you grow that business? How have you guys grown or have been able to grow in the way that you have in the last 5 to 6 years?
Yeah, I mean, a big part of that is finding quality contractors to work with that are going to have customers say, hey, I want to come back. Like, this is great. For me, I'm from Muskegon, Michigan. I went to Mona Shores. And it kind of helped. I have that West Michigan background where for me it was, all right, let's, expand and service all of West Michigan. So right now we currently service Grand Rapids, Muskegon, Holland, and Kalamazoo. And I've got about 20 cleaners right now on our platform that are able to come out and take care of you, whenever you need it.
Pretty interesting.
Definitely. What is like the spatial spans of this? Like, where can you be in West Michigan in order to get access to this service?
As far as like the cities that I just mentioned?
Yeah, the list of the cities, like how much space that is that people are able to kind of go in and say, hey, I live in Muskegon or I live in Kalamazoo. Are they able to get this type of service as well?
Yeah, they absolutely can get on the Sweep app. All the zip codes are already programmed into the app, so it knows, hey, you're within the zip code, so you can place an order. Like if you were in Detroit or something and you tried, it would say that you're out of the service zone.
So it knows.
It does know. Yeah.
Let's talk about spring cleaning. It's something that we're all, getting ready to partake in over the next couple of months. Can you? Are you guys getting busy with that? Are you gearing up to provide more of the services that you can?
Absolutely. Spring's a great time, especially if you've never ordered house cleaning before and it's something that you've been curious about. Sweep is absolutely the way to go because, like I said, that transparency aspect to it. But for spring cleaning, I recommend anyone who wants to place an order for that, select whatever rooms you want, make them deep cleans, and we'll just take care of the whole place for you so you can get into the summer and not have to worry about your messy house from that you've built all the dirt and grime up from the winter, and have a nice clean house. You can enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, you said you partner with some cleaning services. I'm curious if there are any cleaning services that might be watching this interview. Are they able to approach you to be a part of this, or is this something where you guys are kind of selecting each individual service as you kind of go along for your app?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I'm always happy to talk to a cleaning service and get them on our platform. But there's also the balance. I don't want to have too many services on our platform to where the current ones aren't able to find work. So there's a nice balance to that. But any cleaning services that are out there, especially going into the summer, reach out to us because this is about that time where I'm definitely looking to recruit some more.
Absolutely, yeah. Spring cleaning getting ready to go underway. Where can people find the app, and where can they find your social media?
Yeah, the best way to find us is our website, sweepllc.com. And you can also find our social media at Clean with Sweep.
Okay, I also saw the app on the Apple App Store too, so be sure if you want to check that out, it is available there.